Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 3. Last time, we watched an amusing little cutscene and a touching one between Yuki and Alfina. Got a little more character development and a little more backstory. This time, we're going to move on forward. I believe this is the correct way to go. Cutscene. That's the right way to go.
It's about time. I've been waiting for you.
I know that voice.
You've been waiting for us? You mean you've been waiting for help?
Haha.
Come on, we've got to get going, you two.
Yeah, leave him there.
I hope you rot up in that net. Muscle-bound pea-brain.
What? Hey, did I hear you correctly? Did you just call me a muscle-bound pea-brain?
Huh?
I said, did you just call me a pea-brain? I'm through playing games with you! That does it! I'm gonna kill all of you!
I think he is a pea brain. And he's got friends with him that I guess that's how he got out, because I don't know how he got out otherwise. Anyway, Crackle is pretty powerful, but if you notice here, we have both Cornell, the henchman obviously, but Iron Fist as well. His weapon is technically a target. You'll notice this in a number of boss fights where there are like separate parts to the same boss, even though there probably shouldn't be. Anyway, I would target, do I want to guard? Yeah, I think I do. Also note with the defend command, I didn't go over this before, but you can choose a different location to defend to if you want to. But I want to stay in the same spot here because we can block it right away.
Crackle!
Now, I said before that Crackle is one of the spells that can knock an enemy into the air, and then you can target it and try for an aerial combo. Now, you do need to realize that you have to account for the amount of time from the command to the act point in order to get that off, that aerial combo off. Now, also note that when there's two parts of the same boss that are together, you can aerial combo the Iron Fist, even though we haven't targeted it yet because it's technically in the air. In this case, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit it, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I just wanted to go over that. If you notice in the top right corner, there's a 10-hit combo going. The more times you hit an enemy in a row, the bigger the combo grows, the amount of hits in a row, and the more you'll get damage boost. I don't think it's ever really explained how you get damage boosts out of it, but you get damage boosts out of it, whatever. And as, the damage will kind of go up. However, bosses sometimes ignore the amount of hits. Like, you'll still hit them and they'll still take the damage, but the hit counter won't go up for some reason. Just an interesting effect of boss fights. First thing here, Diggin' is going to provide us with some more defense.
Hey,
so we're going to get
stay alert.
This off. This will increase our defense and our resistance. Make us a little better. You're going to use Howl. And I want to use Whirlwind. So I'm going to try and target all of them.
I'll knock some sense into you. This ain't gonna be pretty. Cornell Buster!
That's his special attack there. Does decent amount of damage.
That's all.
Now, when you target somebody who moves, like I was going to hit all of them, now I only hit 2 of them because he moved out of the way. So you got to account for things like that.
Now you've made me mad.
Ow. All right, so let's get. No, you know what? I'm going to keep targeting. Actually, I'll probably finish off his Iron Fist relatively quickly here. So let's do that.
Crackle!
Crackle is a very useful ability. Does quite a bit of damage early on, which is why I recommended you pick that up. See if we can get Tremor off here.
Tremor!
Bounce some of these guys around. And whirlwind again. This time I think I want to target that one.
In for a beating, you little brats!
And then Alfina, I want to use that on... Now, if there's two enemies that are side by side, you're trying to figure out the... if you look up at the top left there, the one you're selecting will be highlighted. So the one that's down there, Cornell, that's the one I want to counter. And hitting these guys should delay him a little bit. And then Alfina should be able to get the cancel in before he hits again.
Illuminate the darkness!
There we go, and we got the cancel off. Unfortunately, all of them are going to get turns in before I get another one, but that's fine. Who are you targeting? You're targeting me? There, we'll guard through that. Early game guarding is more useful than it is by, you know, even the first couple of hours into the game. So just kind of be aware of that. Do I want to target anything? No, I think I'm going to go back to the Crackle here. Target Cornell here. Now, one other thing of note is if a spell like Howl is going on and then I get a turn and I get all the way to the act, everything else will stop. No one else will be able to do anything until the spell animation for Howl finishes, and then the act, whoever made it to the act will go next. Same works for the enemies too, so just kind of be aware of that. Let's use Force Slash to finish off those two. And we throw up Howl over here to work on those two.
You're not enough for a meal.
But I'll fry you up anyway!
There we go.
Eat this!
So because he moved, he was able to hit the second guy there, even though the first one wasn't, originally that guy wasn't in the range. So you gotta kind of learn a little bit as you play about timing of things and where enemies are likely to move and all that kind of good stuff. Let's go for that. And we'll just go for the straight up combo here.
Get ready for a little slice and dice.
There we go.
Stings a little, doesn't it?
In for a beating, you little brats!
I think I missed one of my attacks. Oh well. Now, you'll notice next to our names, we used to have a little shield icon. That was Diggin' in effect, and that, of course, is since worn off by now. Let's go for Aerial Slash, even though I don't need to. Just want to use as much of your SP in kind of fights as you can. Just so that in case we got lucky enough to learn more than we could have actually, you know, learned a secret move, I'd like to at least be able to show that off, or a secret technique, or whatever it is. Alright, so we're going to set up critical with you, and then combo with you, and hopefully... There we go. You get an aerial combo finish on a boss, you're going to get even more money than you normally would, which is what it does by default. But it's more useful to use on boss fights since they give a lot more money, especially early game, where you normally wouldn't get that much money. So definitely want to do that if possible.
Wait! This isn't over yet!
And stay there this time, you muscle-bound pea-brain.
Yeah, stop following us.
When did they dig that second hole?
It gets awfully cold out at night, so... Here you go.
Nice pink blanket. Aw, isn't that sweet? This game is stupid. And they warp us right back to the save point, which is nice because we can now fully heal ourselves there, which is nice. And then we can move on to the southern part of the woods here. You'll notice a lot of the dungeons, they're kind of like Star Ocean dungeons. They're a lot of the time they're out in the open and they're kind of world mappy. You know, we've already done half of these already. Now we're gonna do the other half.
You don't!
Okay, we'll cut in for this. You'll have just seen from the footage I cut in that we already started an aerial combo against this guy. Now he's still in the air, so you can actually initiate a continuation of that combo with anyone else in your party too. In this case, getting a finish on him. Which means I'm going to get hit by Howl now, but just so you know, you can continue that until all of your characters have acted. Later on, we'll have up to 4 characters in our party, and it'll be a little easier. There is one character who will always finish the combo and end it, but I'll talk about that more when we actually recruit said character. Okay, we finished up those battles there. I don't think there's any mushrooms around here, so alrighty, we can move on. Run around in circles. There we go. I do love the peaceful nature of the music around here, too. Ah, new enemies! Okay, we'll show these guys. These ones will sometimes show up inside the mushrooms as well, considering the name Fake Mushroom. As far as anything like status effects or like weapon types or anything like that, you don't really need to worry too much. But anyway, we'll cancel this guy here. And yeah, sure.
Oh, divine comet, bringer of light.
Let's cancel you. And then finish you off there. And with you, we can do /, and they're both going to come this way.
Right, I'll give it a try.
There we go. Secret method at long last. See, they were both going to target her, so I'm thinking that made it a logical use case, and it increased the invisible counter of randomness that, okay, we should try and teach this person the secret method now. Learning a secret method makes it even more powerful. As you can see, we got the P
Not
there.
enough for a meal.
Indicates it's upped in power. Next, we'll get a speed indicator.
Hey,
And we get an excellent for that. So you'll notice that when we used the ability there, it was used instantly. It didn't cost Miranda any SP, and it went right off. So now our magic went up +1. That's nice. That had nothing to do with anything else. That's not what I wanted. That's rather unfortunate. Alright, after fighting that battle, we got an item drop from them. When you get item drops from monsters, they show up on the field, and you have to deal with them then. You know, the treasure chest there, we have to go all the way around in order to get that. There's no way up from this side here. But yeah, when enemies drop items, they will show up on the field, and you'll be able to pick them up there. There we go. Let's take a tour over here. Bash you on the head. Alright, finished off that battle. Ah, look. Yeah, sometimes they'll ambush you, or you surprise them in this case, but there'll only be one enemy. Let's go for critical here.
No, you don't.
Unfortunately, I didn't get it off in time, and Alfina just does not have the move to be able to make it across the field. So you just kind of got to judge who's doing what. In that case, I wouldn't have been able to get anything off from Alfina unless she learned a secret move, which you should never really rely on, though it seems putting characters in a situation where relying on that almost seems to give you a higher chance, but it's probably something, that's all in my head. What do we got here? Ooh, pretty. I like things like these. More damage and more magic. You'll notice that weapons do both attack and magic on characters that actually would require them. There are weapons later in the game that you can get as rare drops from some enemies that have huge amounts of magic for normally physically based characters, or huge amounts of physical attack for normally magic based characters. If I said that right, I think I did. Ooh, what do we got here? Yeah, run away! Yeah, they only have a certain range they'll go to, so... Anyway. Is this one new? I'm not sure. They're all slightly different. Yeah, this one is new. Guild General. The generals have little half cut off swords, and the pawns have spears, and then the other ones we fought were kind of in between. These ones you want to make sure that you finish off before they can get Grand Slam off, because that's a pretty powerful attack. We don't want them doing that. One good way of dealing with them is with Crackle, but I'm going to use Crackle on you instead, since that'll finish you off, because I'm already canceling you. And then I think I'm going to run over and cancel you. So we'll finish off this one before he gets his attack off. And even though he wasn't in the act period, we still deal what is known as IP damage. I was hoping for a dodge. Oh well. Well, you're not going to get anywhere close there. Let's go for Comet Spike.
Oh, divine comet, bringer of light, illuminate the darkness!
There we go. Enough damage? Not quite. Let's see if we can finish you off here. There we go. Yeah, Miranda moves with a lot more speed than most of our other characters right now. She's actually really good both in battle and, you know, personality-wise. She's kind of fleshed out as much as any of the other characters, which seems kind of odd, really. You know, you think, you know, the mother of our hero. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Gotta love this game for its aesthetics, man. So good. I don't think I can go down there this way, so we'll have to go along the ledge. Alright, you can see what Grand Slam does since he got it off. Yeah. It does a decent amount of damage. I think it's also a canceling effect, if, you know, that matters. But hey, stop running away from me! There's a wasted attack. They can also use Burn. There you go.
We did it!
And he dropped a potion. Sure, we'll leave part of that in. I don't know how much. I'll figure it out in editing. He dropped a potion. What is it? A revival potion. Not bad. No, not burn, not cancel. Heal. There we go. Nice healing. Alright, finished off those guys. There weren't any mushrooms back there. No, good. Ah, the bane of my existence, ladders. Actually, the ladder animation doesn't look half bad here, and it's nowhere near as slow as it was in Grandia 2, so thumbs up all around. Actually, looks like they put all their feet on the different rungs of the ladder, which is nice. Here we just jump across. Simple enough. Climb up here. Sometimes we'll have to push a boulder into those spots. It all kind of depends on, you know, situational, right? What do we got in here? A hunter's jacket. New piece of equipment. I believe that's for you. Can Yuki use it as well? No, he can't. Okay. Most of the armor and weapons and that kind of thing that you get in the game will be character specific, but 10 defense and 20 resistance is a lot better than what she had, so that's very nice. Haven't got a new weapon for you yet, and I don't have an accessory for you. Oh yeah, I got that man egg, the stone egg. I'll give that to you to boost the power of your tremor spell. And yeah, I don't need the flare egg at all anymore. We'll keep you on the aqua egg since that ups your crackle and your heal. Very nice. And we'll throw down a save. Sure. Let's go back down here and kill a few more things. Maybe we'll make it to the next save point here. We'll see. Alright, I cleared out all 3 of those enemies there. And now we'll just keep on rolling down here. There's a few more enemies and a few more mushrooms, and we're almost down to the bottom there. Nothing there. Now, here's something I could note since we happen to be here. If you wanted, say, to hit the enemies and group them all together, what you can do is you can get in battle, run away, and then hit them again. and then you got your surprise in on it. So it's no real big loss with most enemies if you don't get it on your first shot. It just gives you another way of getting it done if you missed it the first time.
I've got it.
Okay, we'll show it.
Feel the bite of my blade.
Whirlwind! Thank you. Getting the first level for Whirlwind there is really important in this area, because once you get that, you know that you'll be able to start one-shotting a lot more different types of enemies. Get it? There we go.
I'm sorry.
And I took no damage in that fight. Perfect! Probably just leave that whole fight in there. Whole lot of nothing. Alrighty. I think I got all them mushrooms. Perfect. Bunch of open areas. There's not a whole lot around here. But it does open up a little more, and there's a whole bunch of enemies and a whole bunch of mushrooms. So I'm going to take care of all the enemies around here. Alright, we took care of all the enemies there. Except for any ones that might happen to show up in here. Do note I'm getting a bunch of items that I'm not really talking about. Items in this game really don't matter. There's very little use for a lot of items. I find I don't use them very often at all. Unlike Grandia 2, where there's a lot of really good ones, here there just aren't any. It's kind of sad, actually.
Oh, divine comet, bring her.
Alright, we'll just finish this guy off. Only one enemy. No big deal here.
Hey, were they even trying?
Get a little refill there. I don't think, like, there's a set number of ones that'll turn out to be monsters. They may be different for you, just like the items that you get out of them. Most, like I was saying, though, most of the items really don't matter. I'll go into my inventory. We'll take a look at some of these items here once we're finished exploring here. What do we got in here? Some kind of accessory. A protective charm. We'll give that to you. 5 resistance. Actually, let's give that to you. Protective charm. Yeah, you kind of need that. We'll give the badge over to you. That should be good. Oh yeah, let's see. Inventory. Consumable items. We have an healing herb. 300, wound salve, 600, 500 to all party members. Cure herb is actually pretty good if you need to use it. Revival potion restores with 50%. Revival elixir restores with 100%. This one cures sleep. This one restores 40 MP. This one restores 160 MP. Bomb shroom is a very weak attack if you want to try and use it. And that is also a weak attack. This is Tremor, just uses Tremor, just like the items in Grandia 2, they'll use the type of spell that it sounds like it's going to. Storm uses Howl Slash, which we don't even have yet. We actually take a little while to get Howl Slash in this game for some reason. Alright, let's make our way through here. Does this take us all the way to the coach? Or the coast, not the coach. It does! Now, I think it runs right into a cutscene, doesn't it? Ah, the beach. Unfortunately, it's not as high a def, you know, smoothed out textures beach, but it's a beach. You notice a lot more of the jaggies when the cutscenes don't get upgraded. But the water still looks nice.
What a beautiful ocean.
Not on the level of Square's titles,
And
but...
the mainland is right across there?
Not much longer now.
Yep.
What's with that shot? The girl overlooking the water like that. Or just any one of our characters overlooking the water like that. Happens in plenty of games. I think 8, Chrono Cross comes to mind.
Well, that's strange. I don't see any boats. Not a one in sight.
I think they do it
In
9 too,
fact, it looks like this hasn't been used in quite a while.
and also 10.
Hello? Is somebody there? Help me, please.
What? They use a lot of little tricks to avoid having to animate things in this game. Sometimes it's frustrating, other times it's just like, okay, it's a quirky sense of humor. Hello?
You wouldn't believe what I've been through.
May I offer you a handkerchief?
You dropped this. What's your name, miss?
Alvina. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's enough. Since you enjoy chatting, why don't you try explaining how you got in there?
Well, it was just a little accident, you see. But now I can fill my lungs with fresh air again and gaze upward to see the sky. And I have you three to thank for it. I'm eternally grateful to you. If there's anything I can do in return, don't hesitate to ask. Anything, I mean it. Ask.
There are abs painted on his shirt.
Well, we're trying to get to the mainland. Could you help us get there somehow?
That's right. Maybe you know. Didn't there used to be a dock here?
What's that? You're looking for a sailing vessel then? You're in luck. I can get you one. She's fine and fast too.
If this is some sort of scam, I swear.
What? Not at all. The ship is perfectly safe, I guarantee it. I give you my word as a captain.
What?
It's named the 50-50.
As a captain? You're telling us you're a sailor?
Yes. The name's Alonzo, madam. Intrepid sailor of the 7 seas.
This guy's a buffoon, isn't he?
What's with the funny looks, don't believe me?
Now he's in HD.
Very well then. I can prove it to you. Take a good look at this.
Is that what I think it is? Yes, it's a map to the mainland. Wow.
And see this? This is our crib.
He has a world map. So does every JRPG character.
I believe him, Miranda. The map seems real enough. His boat should be fine.
Oh, all right then. Well, I admit you appear to be the seafaring type. But, can this ship of yours really carry us all the way to the mainland?
What
See?
you should ask is if there's anywhere it can't go. And the answer is no.
I don't know. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
All right, let's get going then. It is a bit of a journey to the West Dock, but you're in good hands. I may not look it, but I'm a formidable fighter.
Are you now? Anyway, long cutscene aside, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we are going to roam around the beach and find, believe it's here now anyway, a very important item that we will want to, well, it's not that important, but important enough that we want to pick it up. But yeah, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.